When I first regained consciousness, the warmth that greeted me was not the familiar comfort of a blanket, but something much more unfamiliar. It felt alive, pulsating like a heartbeat pressed against my back. I snapped my eyes open, instinctively freezing in place. An arm was draped around my waist, long and slender, its skin glowing faintly with a soft, iridescent shimmer under the dim light of the room. I blinked in disbelief, trying to process what I was seeing. It wasn't human. The arm was too elongated, too delicate, and the surface of its skin, if you could even call it that, resembled the gleam of a soap bubble. My heart raced as I slowly turned my head, dreading what I might see. There, nestled beside me, was Zylara, an otherworldly guest from another realm. Her head was resting gently on my pillow, her hair cascading like a silver waterfall, shimmering as if it were alive with the glow of distant stars. Her breathing was steady, serene, like this was just another ordinary morning for her. Her face, framed by soft, almost ethereal features, was calm, peaceful, as if she belonged there. But no, she didn't belong here. "Zylara," I whispered, my voice shaking. "What are you doing here?" Her golden eyes fluttered open, glowing with a soft warmth in the dim room, and she offered me a shy, almost playful smile. She tightened her grip on me and hummed, "Good morning, Master. I trust you rested well." I could barely gather my thoughts. Yeah, I did," I stammered, attempting to move, but her hold was unexpectedly firm. "Why are you in my bed?" Zylara tilted her head, confusion clouding her expression, as though the answer was simple and obvious. "You were cold," she said matter-of-factly. "I felt your discomfort and came to offer warmth. It is my responsibility to ensure your well-being." I stared at her, my mind spinning. Zylara had been with me for about a month. Ever since her ship had crashed in my backyard, she'd explained she was part of an intergalactic hospitality service, assigned to Earth to learn human customs and help when needed. I had agreed to let her stay, not knowing what else to do with a stranded alien. And since then, she'd proven to be an excellent housekeeper and cook. Her meals were otherworldly in every sense of the word. But this was crossing a line. "Zylara," I began, trying to sound calm, "I appreciate the gesture, but you can't just crawl into my bed. That's not appropriate." Her golden eyes widened, and I could see hurt flash across her face. "I apologize, Master," she said softly. "I did not mean to upset you. On my world, it's customary to share warmth with those we care for. I thought it would bring you comfort." I sighed and ran a hand through my hair. "I get that, but here on Earth, it's different. People don't usually share beds unless they're in a romantic relationship." "A relationship?" she repeated, her voice full of curiosity. "Do you mean a bond like between partners?" "Yeah, something like that," I mumbled, my face flushing. "Unless we're in that kind of bond, it's not really okay for you to be in my bed." She was silent for a moment. Then her expression shifted. A mischievous glint sparkled in her eyes. "Perhaps we should explore such a bond, Master." My mind went completely blank. What? "I have observed humans for quite some time," Zylara explained softly, her voice growing more confident. "I have watched the way they connect with one another, share their lives. It fascinates me, and I find you fascinating too, Master. You are kind and patient, and you have treated me with respect, despite the fact that I am not from your world. I would like to explore this bond with you, if you are open to it." I was speechless, my heart pounding. This was not how I had imagined my morning would go. "Zylara, I began," but she raised a finger, gently brushing my cheek. The touch was electric, warm, and it sent a strange, tingling sensation throughout my body. "You don't have to say anything, Master," she whispered, her voice low and soothing. "Just know that I am here for you and that I care about you. That is all I need for now." I swallowed hard, emotion swirling inside me. On one hand, this was insane. She was an alien, but on the other hand, there was something about her, something that drew me in, something I couldn't quite explain. "Okay," I whispered, the words feeling almost unreal as they left my lips. "We can take it slow. But no more crawling into my bed without asking." Her smile lit up the room, her eyes gleaming with joy. "Of course, Master. I will respect your boundaries. But know that I am here whenever you are ready." With that, she gracefully slipped out of bed, moving like liquid silver, her every movement almost hypnotic. As she left the room, her silver hair trailed behind her like the tail of a comet. I lay there for a long time, staring up at the ceiling, my mind racing. What had I just agreed to? Was I really considering some kind of relationship with an alien maid? It sounded like a plot from a bad science fiction movie. Yet, there was something about Lyra that felt real, something that made me want to take that leap. Over the next few weeks, we did take it slow. Lyra continued to care for the house, but there was an undeniable shift in our dynamic. A tension, both exciting and terrifying, hung in the air. We spent more time together, talking, laughing, learning about each other's worlds. She told me about her home planet, a vast world of glowing skies and endless oceans, and I shared stories about Earth, with all its wonders and flaws. Then one evening, as we sat together on the couch, watching a movie, she turned to me, her golden eyes filled with quiet intensity. "Master," she said softly, her voice almost trembling, "I believe I am ready." "Ready for what?" I asked, though I already knew the answer. "To take the next step," she murmured, her voice full of hope. "If you are willing." I looked into her eyes, seeing vulnerability and longing, and in that moment, I knew I was willing. Willing to take a chance on something completely unexpected. Willing to explore the strange, wonderful journey that lay ahead. "I'm willing," I said, my voice steady despite the butterflies in my stomach. She smiled, a radiant smile that lit up the room, and leaned in, her lips brushing against mine. The kiss was soft, sweet, and unlike anything I had ever experienced. Alien, yet it felt entirely right, like something I had been waiting for my whole life. As we pulled away, she rested her head on my shoulder, her warmth seeping into me. "Thank you, Master," she whispered, her voice full of gratitude. "Thank you for giving me a chance." I wrapped my arm around her, holding her close. "Thank you, Lyra," I replied softly, "for showing me that love has no boundaries, not even the stars." And as we sat there, wrapped in each other's warmth, I realized that sometimes the most unexpected things lead to the most beautiful beginnings. As the days passed, Lyra and I continued to grow closer, our bond deepening with each shared moment. What had started as an unexpected encounter with a stranded alien had blossomed into something I never could have anticipated. There were still moments of uncertainty, moments when I questioned if this was all real, but every time I looked into Lyra's glowing eyes, I knew it was. She was more than just an alien from another world. She had become my partner, my confidant, my unexpected source of warmth. In the quiet of the night, when her silver hair spilled across the pillow beside me, I realized how much my life had changed. What once seemed impossible, an interspecies connection, had become my reality. And with that realization came a strange peace. I had opened myself up to something extraordinary, something beyond my wildest imagination. In a universe full of unknowns, Lyra showed me that the most beautiful connections defy logic. Love, it seemed, knew no borders. No matter the distance or difference, the heart knows what it needs. Together, we continue this journey, one step at a time, ready to face whatever came next side by side.